So today I'd like to do a quick video on how you think about money. So if you end up having anything to contribute to the conversation, please comment down below. And if you end up finding anything in this interesting, feel free to smash the like button. So I was checking social media real quick earlier today and saw a few different things that people were reposting as it related to money. One of the posts said, the richest man in the world has $222 billion. It's hard to conceive how much money this is, so consider this. If you got paid $100 an hour for 40 hours a week for 50 weeks a year, it would take you 1,110,000 years to earn that much. And I think the intention behind the post was just to kind of demonize how much money people have, how much rich people have, and kind of paint that in a bad picture to be like, oh, they're greedy and they do bad stuff to get their money, and try to make the people that just make an average amount of money, kind of like point the finger at them and be like rich people are evil, and just posts like that kind of split the divide between the poor or middle class and the wealthy, because it just kind of like points a finger but doesn't give the poor or the middle class a blueprint how to get there. Okay, I'm angry at the rich, but it doesn't tell me how to get rich. That's all posts like that are doing. And I saw another one that was talking about how John Deere is trying to break a strike by having salaried officers or salaried office workers operate the heavy machinery, and let's see how that's going. And there's a thing about how 911 was called to that particular plant on day one, and one of those non-union salaried workers backed a trailer into something, and then in the reply to the post that was reshared, someone was commenting how John Deere doubled their revenue last year into the billions, and also raised the CEO's salary to $16 million a year. And a lot of people complained about how much money executives make, and what about the laborers that kind of make the company? And yes, you won't have the products manufactured and shipped out without these people doing what otherwise might seem like meaningless jobs, that don't require some kind of crazy 4-year bachelor's degree or like a master's. Like, okay, they don't require some big degree. They don't require, years of training. Like, you go in and do your job, and like, why, what, people are like, oh, why can't these people make more money? Well, the person replying had pointed out that last year the revenue doubled into the billions. The CEO and other executives manage the effort of the whole company. So if, the CEO helped the company make $1 billion, well, okay, we're giving them 16 million. Isn't that pocket change in comparison to the kind of profit they just made? Yes, give the workers their fair share, but how many of John Deere's competitors are making $1 billion plus? If their competitors aren't making the same kind of profits, then you have to look at, okay, what is John Deere doing differently that the competitor's not? If you and you could say the same about any big company in a particular industry. So, Coke or Pepsi, how much are they making put up against any of the little local soda distributors? Apple Computer, Apple smartphones, iPods, iPads, how are they doing compared to their competition? They're, dominating. So, like, what are they doing differently? If you're doing something right to, bring your company into the billions, you're not going to be like, well, the general worker is only making $10 an hour. Well, we can't give the CEO $10 million because that's not fair to, okay, well, the CEO is, helping manage everything, including those workers. The worker that's making minimum wage or a little bit more isn't, doing much more than just showing up for, the hours they're, scheduled and putting in hard work. They're not, one general worker isn't, making that whole company $1 billion. So, I'd like to kind of push you to look at what you're hearing about money and how you could shift it. Maybe, you're hearing stuff about how rich people are evil. Well, no. What are they doing differently from you? If they're rich and you're not, what are they doing that you could be doing to become rich? Instead of just pointing the finger and blaming them for you being poor, ask, what are they doing that I could get that kind of money? So hopefully you found some value in this, and keep checking back every so often for new and different videos. Thanks, and have a good day.